This is my audience. Alright, now have you ever had to face your fear? Well, that is what Aung San Suu Kyi did in her Freedom of Fear speech. It wasn't even just a speech in itself, it was also action because she got under a 15-year house arrest. This is who she is. She's pretty tiny, but you know what they say, little but fierce. Now, I'm going to be talking about her today, about her background, her major ideas of her speech, and the importance of public speaking in her career, and analyzing what she did through the techniques we have learned through class this year. Now, first, we're going to start off with her background. She was raised by her mother because her father was assassinated by his enemies because he was a military leader. And after that, their family kind of went in a spiral downfall. Her oldest brother drowned, and then her second oldest brother moved to the States. And after that happened, her mom moved to a lake house. And from there, they met various people with different backgrounds in politics and religion. And as a big public speaker, and if you want to talk about politics or religion or both, having a background in both is very strong. Her mother then became a big political figure, and Aung San Suu Kyi got a degree in philosophy, politics, and economics. She didn't stop there, though, because she continued and got a master's degree in politics and philosophy and Burmese literature, which is her religion, which she cared strongly about. She became a Burmese politician and diplomat, and she was the first one to do so, which was really strong because if you have ever been around that country, they are very poor. They were named one of the poorest countries in the world at one point. Now, the major ideas about her speech. It was partially culture and partially fear. Because a lot of us fear about questioning authority and questioning our elders. And definitely elders with authority. We are always taught never to question our elders. And she said, if they're using their strength wrongly, then you got to use your strength, no matter if they're financially or physically stronger than you. Because the people that put against that are actually weaker than them. So it's basically saying, just don't be the weak one. Stand for yourself. And fear is a foundation of hatred. Have you ever said you hated anything? Because I know I have. Definitely in this example. I have said I hate snakes. I don't actually hate snakes. My cousin has a snake and I love playing with it, but I actually fear snakes because it bit me and it hurt. So now I say I hate snakes, but it's actually because I fear snakes. So she was going on in her speech about how fear itself is just another word of hatred, and how we need to start dealing with that and not letting us use hate as our foundation. And another one, during her speech, she also got under her 15-year house arrest, so she had to be separated from her family during this. They weren't allowed to visit her, but this was very hard because she was married and had 2 kids. But when she was explaining to people on this subject, she's like, I knew that my family was safe where they were at. Their rights were protected, they were safe. The people she was standing up for now, because they were in the poorest country, military wasn't always that great either, she had to stand up for the weak and the low, the people that were with her, and she understood them. This was a famous quote, do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the words. Her words and her actions carried this little bit of good for 15 years to be the politician she is today and to make the great achievements she did today. Now this is her during her house arrest. These are the bars that were keeping her from the people, and the people are down here giving her gifts and stuff because they supported her and really enjoyed her as a political figure. Now, the importance of public speaking in her career and the analysis of the speaker and the techniques, along with her great education with public speaking in her background and all the politics and religion she got in her degrees, she also gained a lot of courage during this time because she did have a lot of solitude to her arrest. And it also, she did a lot of great techniques like doing good pauses, showing that she was confident, showing she was determined, and she really cared about the people. And when she gave the speech, it showed. Now, from her speech, she gained the Nobel Peace Prize, which was a very great moment, definitely, because she not only was the first female politician for them, but she proved that if you do stand up for what you believe, you can achieve great achievements. Now this.